Hi, this is Frank Walker of Frank Walker Law. Today I want to talk to you about what to do if you are injured as a result of a dog bite. Now, dog owners, pet owners, they have a responsibility. They have a responsibility to exercise reasonable care over their dog. Whether or not the dog they believe is dangerous or not, whether it's a poodle, whether it's a pit bull, whatever the breed is, whatever the breed of the dog is immaterial. Because if the dog bites someone, whether you think they're a dangerous dog or not, they bite someone, that person may be liable under a claim of negligence because you injured someone else. The dog injured someone else. The owner may be liable for the dog injuring someone else. If you are the person who's been bitten by a dog, injured by a dog, a couple steps you want to take. First, get medical attention. Second, document everything. You know, I'm an iPhone person. Put it on the video feature, start videotaping everything, taking pictures, the name of the dog. If the dog has a collar, have the person give a statement as to what they believe happened, where the streets where it happened, any witnesses that may be around. It's the same effect if an officer was there with a body cam. They can do all of this, but before an officer gets there, you want to be able to document all that information and preserve all that evidence via your own video footage. And you could take pictures also. You want to preserve everything via your video because that will become very, very important later on should you choose to have an action for negligence later on down the road. And what is the time period for that? Glad you asked. You have 2 years to bring a claim for negligence as a result of a dog bite in Pennsylvania. If you don't bring it within those 2 years where you got bitten or you knew or should have known that you got bitten by a dog, I don't know, we're a situation where you wouldn't know you got bit by a dog, but nevertheless, you have that option. 2 years from when you knew or should have known you got bit by the dog to bring a claim for negligence against the dog owner. Now, what type of attorney you want to reach out for that? A person who deals with personal injury cases, a person who has civil experience, a person who's done some dog bite cases before on behalf of the victim, meaning you're the victim who got bitten by the dog, but you are the plaintiff in a civil action. You want an attorney who has that experience. Interview those attorneys. Speak to those attorneys first because you want to see how they're going to work with you, what evidence they have, what their personality is, and whether or not they're the best fit for you in your case of negligence against the dog owner. So to recap, if you are bitten by a dog, you want to seek medical attention. Prior to getting that attention, pull out your phone, preserve whatever evidence you can, take pictures, ask the owner's name, ask the dog's name, where they live, the address, look at the street names, see if there's any witnesses around, preserve as much evidence as you can. Get the medical attention you need, follow up with any follow-up treatment, take pictures of your injuries and the bite. Yeah, once you're documenting everything, pay attention to the clothes that you had on. You need to preserve those clothes because that may be something that may come up as evidence later on in your case because they want to look at the clothes and how the dog bit through, whether it was a coat and some pants and a sweater. That could be significant evidence in your case against that person for negligence as a result of their dog biting you. As always, I appreciate you listening to these videos. Hope it helps out you or a friend of yours who may be in a situation like this. As always, if you have any questions, reach out to me via the information below. And as always, have a great day.